Before we start with this demo, I want to let you know that I have made a lot of effort to build this prototype from scratch. So anyway, let me show you how this actually works. So we are logging here as a frontline staff. So this is the staff frontline staff ID. So let me sign in. Okay, let's start with new customer onboarding. Okay, let me have some random name. Let's see. This is a data validation at work. So customer must be at least 18 years old. Now let's go to another portal. Now look closely what happens when I click submit. Here the system has immediately redirected to a live screening page. And here is where it gets interesting. The AI agent is not running checks in the background silently. It is showing you its thought process in real time. Look at this. So beginning agentic AML investigation for Abu Sa, and this is its thought process. So I will start with OFAC sanction, the most authoritative global sanction list. So it is searching, and the result for OFAC sanction is it did not return any significant matches. Here OFAC score is 0%, meaning there is no match. So now it will move to EU sanction list, right? And here again the result is 0%. Then it is checking against PEP database. In also PEP, there is no matches found. And after PEP database, it is looking in the adverse media. So adverse media, it is searching Google. Okay, I have included here Google API. So it is searching adverse news for this person in Google. And also there was one article relating to some person Abu Sa. Okay, but it is not considering that match as the score is just 50% only. Here I have given score threshold scored for each of the criteria like OFAC, EU sanction, PEP databases, adverse media, and on the basis of that it is making decision. And in the next stage, it is also verifying address. It is also considering the geographic risk, whether the country, nationality of that individual is from a high risk jurisdiction or not. It is also providing the result. Here, the result is again 0%. This is its final thought. So, all 5 checks are completed. No check exceeded 90% threshold. So, highest score was 50%, which is coming from adverse media. So the customer Abusa is clear for onboarding. You can see this is not a black box. Okay, you can exactly see what AI is thinking, what it is checking, and why. So this is a true agentic AI, which is autonomous decision making with complete transparency. This is the amazing part of agentic AI. It is auto approving the customer, and it is giving the reason why it has approved this customer. So the conclusion was the decision is to auto approve the customer Abusa, which was primarily influenced by the results of OFAC and EU sanction check, which returned 0% matches, indicating no concerns regarding the sanctioned individuals or entities. Additionally, the PEP database check also showed 0.0% match, confirming that customer is not politically exposed person. Although there was one article found in adverse media check, the overall risk assessment, including 0% address risk for a residential location, supports the decision to proceed without further scrutiny. And although it has auto approved this customer, when we look at the analyst dashboard, we can see that analysts can still reject this customer or reject the decision made by agentic AI. So I have configured the system in a such a way that there is always a human being is in the loop. Even though agentic AI had to make a conclusion regarding approving this customer, and there is still intervention of the analyst who can challenge their decision. Okay, and we'll see that in the next part. Now let me show you a opposite scenario. So we'll take an example of customer who is in UN sanction list. Here the person name is a actual name. Okay, his name is Abdul Rahman Makki. So this person is a chief of Lashkar-e-Taiba, which is a well-known terrorist group that committed 2008 Mumbai attack. In that attack, a total of 175 people died, including 9 of the attackers, with more than 300 injured. Now let's see if this system is able to correctly identify this person and able to block the onboarding process of this customer. Okay, now let's click on submit for review and let's click on confirm and submit and see the magic happen. So here the decision was made by agentic AI to escalate for a manual review to the analyst. Let me walk you through its thought process. Since I told you this name was in the UN sanction list, since I have put only OFAC and EU sanction list, so this name was not in that list. That is the reason why it got 0% score. Okay. Also in the PEP database, his name was not there. But here in the adverse media check, it found 3 relevant articles regarding the details matching to this person and scored 100%, right? And as a result, so out of this 5 criteria, one has triggered 100%. So it has made a decision to escalate to the analyst. So let me read its conclusion. The decision is to escalate the investigation for customer Abdul Rahman Makki was primarily triggered by the adverse media check, which returned 3 articles indicating potential concern. So he did not rely on only one article, it cross referenced with 3 more articles, right? So, given the adverse media score was 100%, this suggests a significant level of risk associated with the customer. Consequently, further investigation is warranted to assess the implication of these findings and ensure compliance with AML regulation. You can see all these things are transparent. Okay, you can see how the decision was made, what checks agentic AI has done, and how it came to the decision. And this is very important for regulatory purpose. Okay, you can show regulators the detailed audit trail. They can be also satisfied that you have done proper due diligence and the conclusion is properly written. Okay, not like a generic remark which are usually copy pasted or not properly explained. And since there is no manual intervention, this process is very fast. Now let's uh, go to analyst dashboard. Okay, okay. Open the screen queue. And these were the 2 customers. One was Abusa and another was Abdul Rahman Maki. This is the critical part. Okay, even though the AI made this decision, every screening result goes into analyst review queue. So if I review the result, it will give the information how AI made a recommendation to auto approve this customer. So the analyst can go through this recommendation. Like the decision was made to auto approve the customer Abusa was primarily influenced by the results of OFAC. So here total reason is given, right? And if analyst is not satisfied, he can escalate to level 3 or MLRO, okay, or even file STR against this customer. Or if he agrees with this conclusion made by AI agentic, he he or she can approve this customer. For now, I will just approve this customer. So the customer was approved. Mm. Now let's look at another customer. Okay, so we can reject it, escalate it, and approve it. So for this case, we are going to reject by giving certain reason. Reject and why? Yeah. Okay. So for example, I have made this prototype very simple just to give you example of how AI agent can be used in AML screening process. See, the important point here to consider is that although the AI agent mostly does the heavy work, it is always the analyst who will make the final decision. It's not like the agent will make all the decision. Okay, so there must be a human intervention because AI can make mistake, and there should be someone overviewing their work and providing them with the feedback. Now, I need to be very clear about something. After watching this demo, please do not walk away thinking that analyst, okay, compliance analyst or AML analyst are no longer needed. That would be very wrong, actually dangerous. We absolutely need human analysts. What we are trying to do is not to replace them. We are trying to remove the monotonous, repetitive work that leads to cognitive overload and poor quality screening remarks. When you free an analyst from processing hundreds of routine false positives, something important happens. They can do critical thinking. They can perform risk based screening on the alerts that actually matter. They can focus on complex cases like PAPEs, adverse media, unusual transaction pattern, where human judgment is irreplaceable. The result is fewer false positives, which means better attention to real risk, as well as leading to higher quality documentation. So, the final outcome is a compliance team that is genuinely effective rather than just busy. So, this is my vision, not AI replacing compliance, AI amplifying compliance.